And you can concatenate with the double. So I'm gonna control L to clear. So we put a name 1 is equal to, we put a Q D, and we put a name 2, we put a Y Yazdani, for example, Yazdani. And you guys can do, say, name 1 plus name 2, or name 3 is equal to name 1 plus name 2. So you can do name 3 is equal to name 1 plus name 2. So if you put a name 3, you can get the whole name, the full name. So that's how you guys, the first one is you define the QD string, literal string, then you come to the name 2 is done. So the name 3 contains the first one, the second one, concatenate. Concatenation means joining. So joining left side, if you guys, whichever, if you guys want to join the number 2 to plus number 1, it's up to you. You can do that just like mathematics. You can do any number you guys like, but as long as this guy is here, you define this one. So this one, this, the name 1 name 2 comes in this guy here. So you guys can find out the name 3 here. So we're going to use our special characters like escape. We can use the N, and we can use the T for tab. There's a whole list of this one, so of the escape sequences you guys can use. So for example, if you use N and T, we can use, say, X, and then we use the, say, this, and backward backslash, and put an N for next line, and we put a is, and then you put a T for tab, and this is sentence, for example, sentence. Alright, so now we have here is backward slash and next line, and that's for T for tab. So if you, it looks weird, but when you do like this is like, so you can see what's in the screen. But if you put a print and you print X, alright, so it comes like this, because in the first one instance you guys going to see everything, because this guy is also a string. You can see this one's a string, you can see this one, but when it comes to print, which is object, and you can't see this one's, because this is a print. We can print it in production line as well. So in the production you guys shouldn't see this next line and tab. So that's the next line, and this is a tab. So if you tab, if you're looking for your keyboard, under the keyboard where it says shift, and then on top it says caps lock, and on top it says tab. So this is a tab. So this is one tab. That's how far it goes. So if you see tab like this, tab, and you can see this guy here like that, and the next one you guys gonna see this is like that. Okay, so this one's like that. It means if you guys have any word or sentence, you guys press it. Say if I have tab, and I'll go here, and if I press the tab, that's how far I go 4 space here. But if you guys want to do this one, then you guys gonna do shift and then tab, it comes back. So I'm not pressing anything, all I'm pressing is the tab. So if you come here, so when you guys just press tab, it moves here. So it means the first one, which on your keyboard it says it moves this way 4 space. So this is a 4 space, and that's a T. This is called tab. This moves 4 space. That's this guy here. And if you're looking on your keyboard, on the left where it says Control Shift caps lock and tab on top, and you guys going to see this line. So this guy here, the second one, it means it's going to move this tab all the way to the back to the where the origin. So it means that's this guy here. There's a wall here. So even you do like this, when you guys select this one and press Shift tab, it goes back. So tab and Shift tab, that goes back. So that's how it is, and this is, you guys can use it in a string, and that's how we use it here with the T. And this guy is here, it means it's the next line for like enter. When you guys put enter, it comes on the next line. So if you guys want, I'll give you the list of say this, say T, that's for the next line. That's, I'm not sure why this can't coming. Okay, so that's for the next line, and this for double quotation, that double backslash, and that's for single quotation. If you guys wanna say Mary's, for example, in some languages you guys can't do this one, but if you do like this, then it means that the programming language, the Python and every other program, see this ones as apostrophe s, then you guys don't see this one as a single quotation. And you guys can put a bell, for example. You guys can put a. So if you can put it here, and you guys can put a, and if you print a, see there's a bell, there is a noise. So if you guys want to hear bell, you guys can do that one. So if you, whatever your computer's default bell is, so you guys can do that. So if you put 2, you guys can hear the bell twice. So you guys can hear this one because it's got a bell, so this stands for the bell. So if you guys same like Windows, when you you guys do something, there is a small noise comes in out of your computer, it means it's a bell. So that's for the bell, if you guys want to do that. For the backspace, you guys can do B. So you guys can you're gonna come here, that's for the backspace. That's if you guys want to go back. For the form feed is F, and as I said, for form feed is F, and that one's for carriage return, and that one's for T, and that's one for vertical tab. So if you guys want to see this one further, you guys can go and watch my another videos in C++. I made up another videos, the whole videos dedicated entirely for this backspaces, so you guys can go and look that. That is slides, and that is I explain everything, because this one's all same in every programming language inside the computer, be it C++ or C or Python or Java or PHP, any programming language use the same backspaces, because that's the computer's backspaces. The last one we're gonna see is null and binary 0. So if you guys put this one as a 0, that's a binary 0, and then this was going to be other. So this is the two last. You guys can't find in other programming language, but you can find in say Python. If I put Control L, we can we found the length of the Yazdani. For example, we've seen that say name is equal to Yazdani. For example, we've seen that one, and if you put a name, you can see Yazdani. So if you can put a length of say, you guys can print the length of the name, you guys can do that, and the length of the name is 7. As I said to you, guys can put a say length of name. You guys can put a say ABC. So you Yazdani ABC. So how about if you guys say you want to do cool things? So if you guys want to put a star, for example, and you can put a star high. Okay, so now your stars contains high. So if you put a star, multiply say 10, for example, you guys can do that. And if you guys looking for a high, so how about we convert this one to something else? Say, as we said, that it will contain symbols, so you guys can do cool things. So you guys can do the star, because strings not just a word or a symbol, but it contains symbols as well. It contains anything. So you guys can instead of this high, you guys can put a dollar, or if you guys can contain anything else. So if you guys contain this star, and you guys gonna see multiply 10, and you guys gonna see this exclamation mark. Say how about if you guys want to have a star, and you want our line, if you gonna once but draw a line, so you guys can do print, you can define, say your star, whatever, our line. If you can put a line here, and the next one you guys then gonna multiply, say you want 20. It's exactly like on the top, and this one's gonna draw 20 lines for you. So if you guys can put a 30, you guys can draw a line. So you guys can put a big line here. You can do in your Python as well, and if you guys want to display that one, but this one's gonna draw a line for you. So if you're looking here, the lines, it's exactly like that. You go, when you guys multiplying, it keeps on multiplying. So as you've seen here with the Python, gives you a lot of range for fun, for strings. You guys can do a lot of stuff with just a string. You guys can manipulate it, you guys can find the index, you guys can find the, you guys can do anything you guys like.